Yes, right. I have a message here from Joe, you know, to say hello to. I called you the other night, the phone didn't answer.
I must have been busy or else,
Yeah,
what?
That's all right. I'm called twice.
That's okay. I understand. Now, you're going to the White House, right?
Yes.
That's for the inauguration ball?
No, that's tomorrow. That's Thursday. That's Tuesday. It's after 12 now. It's today, and we're playing for the Congressional Christmas Ball.
All right.
All the members of Congress and their families, I think the Supreme Court. I think they're invited, and all the House members of the White House.
This is not your first time there.
No, I've been there many times. 8 times for Kennedy. I've been there for Johnson. I've been there many, many times. And, it's a privilege to play our White House. We love it, and I think it's an honor.
Well, you certainly do have excellent reason for being there, that's for sure. When did you first start going there?
Well, way back in Eisenhower, a long time. In fact, I did play for Truman, to tell you the truth, I did. And, but consistently, 8 times for Kennedy, because he just had us one after the other. And in fact, the poor man, I played there a few days before he went to Dallas. He was taken from us.
All right. Which of the presidents did you enjoy most playing for?
Oh, I couldn't answer that, except that some of the parties were larger and some were smaller. And but you can't discriminate really. I naturally I've gotten many private parties from the Kennedys because they lived here in the East. And I used to play in their homes up in New England and all the weddings, Ted Kennedy and Robert Kennedy, and then John Kennedy's weddings, and I played so many private parties for Senator Kennedy before he was our president, so that's meaningful. I didn't play that many times for Johnson because they're in Texas, and Ford, I was in Michigan, and Nixon I played quite a number of times for.
Now, how far back do you go into your musical history? Now, did you start out on your own or with, you have a brother also, Howard, right?
I'm the youngest of 10 boys, only 4 of us alive now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest. And all but one were in the music business.
Now, was Sam Lanin also?
Sam Lanin was my brother, and I'm proud of him.
Uh-huh.
Very proud of him.
Well,
I had Bing Crosby sing many, many, many beautiful records with Sam. He's had them all. He mentioned a star, and everyone sang Sam.
Is that right?
The Dorsey's and the Goodmans and the Glenn Miller, and I being Glenn Miller, they all played for Sam Lanin sometime or other.
Was
that statement, if you like.
Was he the older brother?
Yes. He opened Rose Lane. Did you ever hear Rose Lane in the Dance Hall?
Sure.
He was there. He alternated for Fletcher Henderson for 13 years. And he was there a little longer than that. And he alternated with so many name bands. And he always held his own.
Mm-hmm.
Never worried what they did. He always played for dancing. Dance music. None overarranged or underarranged. And he's very good. He's a very good musician. Respected man, and everyone liked him.
Did you play with him at all?
I played a little drum. I used to, every once in a while, I'd play a week or two when a drummer in Roseland would get off, or I would sit in, but not steady. I was my own leader from the time I was about 15 and a half years old. 16 years old, I was a leader in Palm Beach already.
Mm-hmm. And how about Howard?
Howard was in Philadelphia, a big man out of Philadelphia, and he's retired now.
Mm-hmm.
He's still with us, thank God, and he's in Philadelphia.
All right, now, if I remember correctly, now maybe it was family organization. Did you have bands going all across the country at one time?
I do that now.
Mm-hmm.
I have orchestras. I play throughout the United States day and night. I'm in Canada. I'm in Western Europe. I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful. I'm in Galveston on Friday. I'm in Texas on Saturday. We go. Tomorrow, of course, I'm in the White House in Washington tonight, or Tuesday night, whatever it is. And so I cover the United States like I cover the waterfront.
Boy, I'll tell you, yeah, you were up here, I guess it was last year or something, up in Utica, or Whitesville.
Yeah, we have little units there occasionally.
Right.
I send bands all over, and I'm very lucky that people receive us, and they seem to like what we do. I'm very grateful. I'm a very lucky guy.
Now, You also played for royalty for the, was it the Queen of England?
I played the wedding reception for Prince Charles and Lady Diane.
Is
I
that
had 21 men so I played from 7:30 until 3:30 a.m.
Oh.
Without a stop.
Now, was that the first time that you played for royalty?
Oh, no, I played for when the first time I played for Prince Charles, I played for him in New York. I played for him at the Lincoln Center, Prince Charles. But that's the first wedding reception I played for him.
Mm-hmm.
Never had anyone before. And I was very lucky that Queen Elizabeth would approve of our playing just such a auspicious one. It was an outstanding engagement. It was very thrilling. It was very, very thrilling. And the royal family, they are just, they're honeys. They're just, I don't know, just lovely people. They really are.
Lester, I know you're getting, you're tired and you want to get. Let me just hold you on for a second here while I explain that this is AM 95 WIBX in Utica Rome, New York, and I'm talking now with Lester Lanin from his home. And where is that? In New York City?
Yeah, 68th Fifth Avenue.
Where is it?
68th and Fifth Avenue. It's New York.
Oh, okay. It's New York City. And he's getting ready to go to the White House to do some performing there. And how many instruments do you play, Lester?
Well, I used to play piano and drums, but of late I just stand up. I'm the big motorman. I'm the conductor.
Mm-hmm.
And I get more out of a band that way now.
Right. And how big an orchestra do you usually lead?
At the White House tomorrow, I have 19 men.
Right. Is that the usual complement?
I go out many a time with 12. And if it's a little wedding reception, sometime during the day, at night, I augment and I get back to my regular size band. Not even have 6, 7 men. It's a little reception of 150, 200 people. But the average band on the road is from 12 men up to 20. According to how many people they expect, what kind of a place to play.
Right. Now, taking a look at the musical scene today, well, of course, you've been busy right through, but if you take a look today, comparing it to yesteryear, do you see any kind of a movement for it to come back, or is it just going on its own merry way? What I'm saying is the acceptance of good music like we used to have back in the 40s and 50s. Do you think there's a resurgence of this coming back?
Well, if you don't mind my calling you Harvey, right?
Oh, I want you to, please.
Harvey, the good music, Cole Porter and good music and good tempo never left. You even take Lombardo. There's a man, if he were alive today, would be as big as ever. He never played one rock song, but he had a clientele that loved his music. Count Basie never played a note of rock. Harry James never played a note of rock. If you're good, like those people were, you get by on what you do. You're a specialist. They're stylized giants. But when you get all mixed box and all mixed up, now if you take rock is here to stay. But there's all kind of rock. Some is out of tune and noisy and loud and no chord changes, and there's some beautiful rock. Those eventually they'll separate the bad from the good, and we'll have better rock. But that doesn't mean that Cole Porter and Rodgers and Hart and Chopin and Beethoven and all the other beautiful composers won't be around. They'll always be around. And good tempo for dancing will always be around. A Blue Danube Waltz and a rumba or a tango or a cha-cha. Good music is good music. It'll never die out.
Oh, I understand that. Now, how about the audience that you're getting? What kind of an age group?
Well, you see, I'm a commercial orchestra, so-called society commercial orchestra. We adapt ourselves to the specific requirements of each occasion. So if you heard us 30 nights a month, you never hear the same band twice. We don't use music. We play a new tune, we run it over, and then we just start it. So we play all night without music. And fortunately, we do a job. I mean, tonight it's a debutante party. The next night is a convention. Next night is a college prom. Next night a Netflix group. Nationally minds another nationality. And so you play every night. You play different.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play. I love audience participation, and you take requests from the audience, and you know the field. The tempos are different. The selection of tunes are different. The volume is different. How much rock they want. How rock oriented they are. How little oriented they are. And you play accordingly. Right.
Now, for your own benefit, forgetting the commercial aspect of it, is there any particular music that you feel more comfortable with?
Well, I'm accustomed to playing the standard good composers' music for dancing. That's been in the Lanin family. My father and his father for a long time out of Philadelphia. I'm in New York, but I was born in Philadelphia. So that's what I'm accustomed to. So, but we're either rock agency. My drummer came to the office years ago, and he said, "Hey, I just made a record with Haley's Comet called Rock Around the Clock." So I heard it, and I told my manager, my attorney, and my accountant, I said, "We formed a Lester Lanin contemporary rock agency." So I sent out hundreds of bands, some of them a bunch of noise. But I've been doing that to schools and colleges and little private parties, and people love them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's my cup of tea.
Right. You know,
I had that built-in rock band within my office too, you see.
I found one thing, Lester. I went to one of the rock concerts, and they made so much noise it was really hurting my ears. And all of a sudden, the noise stopped, and the trumpet player blew 3 clear notes, and the audience went crazy.
Sure.
They had never heard it before. I just couldn't believe it. But to them, it was a real thrill.
Well, you think of a man like Harry James. He lived down as a great man, all-around man. He could play with a concert orchestra, he could play with a dance band, he played jazz, he could read. He's a good man. Don't underestimate a man like him.
Oh, that's for sure. You can't underestimate that. Listen, I'm not going to hold you up too long, but I would like to get back together with you again, after you recuperate from all of this.
Well, if you want to give us beer bars, my residence is...
Hold on, I'll take it off the air. Okay?